Good morning. It's Melody at the Iowa Quilt Museum. It is 8:58. We're going to wait a couple minutes, see if some of my regulars log on. Leslie, Wendy, Carlene, Teddy, I don't know. Anyway, welcome. I'm going to stall for 2 minutes. I don't know what I'll say. Shall we bring up that today is Galentine's Day? That's right, folks. Galentine's Day, February 13th. That's where we celebrate our gal pals. Sisters before misters. There's Wendy. Wait another minute or so before we get started. Good morning, Wendy. Okay, we'll see if some other people join. Let's see. I don't know. I could sing a song. Sing a song. I have a quilt today that I'm excited to present for the holiday season. I don't know, is it holiday season? For the upcoming holiday tomorrow. So I'm excited to share that with you, but we will give 1 more minute and then we will get started. Hello, 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 hello. You say goodbye, I say hello. Good morning. It is 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning here in Winterset, Iowa at the Iowa Quilt Museum. I am Melody Reels. I am the director here, and I'm here for our Thursday morning live where we're going to feature a quilt. Before we feature that quilt, a couple updates. First, happy Galentine's Day. February 13th, if you did not know, is the day that we women should be celebrating our friendships with our gal pals. So if you have, reach out to your friends, reach out to your lady friends and let them know that they are special to you, because ladies, we need them. I love my gal pals. Happy Galentine's Day. My goal today is to send out a little email to everybody. Tomorrow, I am going to have tickets go live for the upcoming Iowa Quilt Festival retreat. That's June 4th, 5th, and 6th, with the airing of the quilts on June 7th. You will be able to buy tickets for the retreat for those 3 days, starting tomorrow, and you can also buy tickets for the airing of the quilts starting tomorrow. I will have, I think I'll have Scott Flanagan's tickets up for sale as well, and maybe some others. If you can't come and you don't want to do a retreat, but maybe you'd like to come and just take classes and listen to lectures, you could do that as well. We will have classes those 3 days. We will have lectures on Thursday. We have evening activities. So, you know, if the retreat fills up, or you're not about a retreat, but you'd love to learn something or listen to Scott Flanagan or Tony Jacobson and do the mystery class, check it out. So that'll be, tickets will start going on sale tomorrow for that. There is no stitch in today. I put a post yesterday. We had all our season snow in one day. We haven't had hardly any snow this year, and we got it all yesterday. So we were closed yesterday because of the snow. We follow the school, so when the schools are closed, we're closed. Today we are open. But it is cold and snowy. And so I heard from a lot of the ladies that did not want to come in today, so we're just going to cancel stitch in today. If you don't know, you could come stitch in the museum once a month, the second Thursday of the month. You can come in, sit with some ladies, and you can work on whatever you want to work on, whether it's embroidery, knitting, crocheting, or quilting, or sewing, whatever it is. Come in and sit. You get to sit amongst these quilts, sit in a beautiful building, and sit amongst your gal pals. It's Galentine's Day. Anyway, that's second Thursday of the month. Anyway, but there's not today because of the snow. And let's get to our quilt. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I saved this quilt that I'm going to show you for today. This quilt is done by Abbie Allen out of Grimes, and it's called Paris, and it is massive. So let me turn you around and you can take a look at her. There she is. Isn't she lovely? She is beautiful. She is huge. This is a labor of love. Abbie made this for her granddaughter, I believe. But a little bit on Abbie Allen. So Abbie Allen lives in Grimes, Iowa. She is a local quilter here in Iowa. I looked up on her Facebook. She doesn't really have any quilting photos. Her Instagram has a few quilting photos on there. She is very talented. She is also an Iowa State Fair award winner. She has won prizes in 2014. I think she's got a first place in 2019 and a third place in 2019. She's got 2021, 2020, 2018, 2023. So she is, like a lot of quilters, an avid quilter, and she submits them, it looks like, at the Iowa State Fair, and she's award-winning Iowa State Fair quilter. I don't know if she's entered in anything else. I'm going to guess maybe she has, but she is very talented. So let's read about this one. This is Paris. Dimensions 90 by 108 inches. She's a beast. She's big. Materials used: 3 pre-printed Paris quilt panels, various cotton quilt fabrics, windline bamboo batting, ori fill, and king tut thread. Construction techniques: French braid strips to frame the panels, machine quilted on a computer guided long arm machine. Quilt story. Maker Abbie Allen says, "I made this quilt for my granddaughter who was decorating her room with Parisian things. I found the French panel in a shop in Jefferson, Iowa. I designed the quilt myself and decided French braids were appropriate to include in the Paris-themed quilt. I used ideas I found in the book French Braid Quilts by Jane Hardy Miller and Arlene Norton. I did a lot of custom quilting to emphasize the details of the panels. I always put the grandkids' names in the border of their quilts, but this one didn't have borders. So my husband suggested I put my granddaughter's name in the sky, since her name is, hence you see Skylar embroidered in the sky. So we will take a closer look so you can find her name. It's a beautiful quilt. She's stunning. And I had no idea that the diamonds on the sides were called French braids, but it made me think of those Parisian clowns with the little diamonds on their face and the colors of the purples and the reds. It is so impressive. It's stunning. And the quilt work on this is just truly beautiful. It's one of those, quilting will really enhance a quilt, and this the right quilting was done on this quilt, and it's just really fabulous. So I'm going to take you off the stand and let's take a closer look. I love how she took this one panel and then she cut it smaller. I mean, this is so big. It's so big. Let's take a look here. I'm going to get up on here so you can see Skylar's name. First off, there's her name in the clouds, and she outlines the Eiffel Tower, and she has clouds in the sky here. She outlines the people, the shading, the umbrella. Well, let's slide over here to her quilting in this red border here and in these diamonds, as well as the filigree. I'm gonna call it filigree decorations up the side here. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. I love the details. And if I can get up here, let me see. Can you see there's hearts? Maybe I can make my life easier and look down here. I bet there's some down here. Here's a heart here. Hearts. I love the shimmer. I wish you could see. I don't know if that shows very well, but that's a shimmery silver in that purple there. Just gives it some highlight, gives it some life. It's stunning. It really is. Here she's outlined the trees, gave some decoration here in the bridge, highlighting the shadows and the highlights, little water, waves, outlining the bridge there, the pavement, and some more beautiful quilting, just to add to that Parisian feel, right? Just the the romance of it all. I love this in here too. Little tassel. This you can't, I don't know if you could see the quilting in there very well, but we could on the back here. Look at all the hearts that are in this. It's just, it really is stunning. She did a wonderful job. A true labor of love for her granddaughter. And I love all the little details in here. I love the fabric choices. And the way she just embroidered everything just really complements her piecing and her hard work. It's lovely. Let's take a look again on the back so you could see all the little hearts. What a fitting quilt for Valentine's tomorrow and Galentine's today. Again, this is a quilt by Abbie Allen out of Grimes, Iowa. She is an Iowa State Fair Award winning quilter, winning multiple awards, multiple years. And let's just read about this quilt one more time. I made this quilt for my granddaughter who was decorating her room in a Parisian themes, with Parisian things. I found this French braid panel, or French panel in the shop at Jefferson, Iowa, to design the quilt myself, and decided French braids were appropriate to include in the Paris themed quilt. I used ideas I found in the book French Braid Quilts by Jane Hardy, Miller, and Arlene Norton. I did a lot of custom quilting to emphasize the details of the panels. Yes, she did. We just saw that, and it's lovely. I always put my grandkids' names in the borders of their quilts. This one didn't have borders, so my husband suggested I put my granddaughter's name in the sky. Hence, you see Skylar embroidered in the clouds. And we took a look at that up there above the umbrella. I will see if I can find the book French Braid Quilts by Jane Hardy, Miller, and Arlene Norton, and maybe I can tag that on to this video after we get this done. But it's impressive. The grandeur of this quilt is really impressive, and I strongly encourage you on a warmer day. You could come today, bear the snow. I mean, it's already fallen. They're clearing the streets. Come see us today. Come see us any day. We're open 7 days a week, pending the weather. And from 10 to 4 and Sundays 12 to 4. And you can see this in person. It's fitting for Valentine's Day. And don't forget today is Galentine's Day. And tell your best gal pal, all your gal pals, happy Galentine's Day and how important they are to you and how much we love them. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Beautiful quilt. Thank you, Abbie Allen, for sharing it with us. By the way, 90 by 108 inches. It's impressive. And we will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.